It's history time.
I think we got some history to do.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Sure.
Let me pull this up.
What magical land of the past are you taking us to, Brian?
Yeah, where we going?
I am taking you to the Caribbean.
Whoa.
Really?
Yep.
Now you
that's a
told
place
us
we
it
don't
had
go
to be Christmas themed.
This
Yeah.
is, yep.
But the Caribbean isn't very Christmassy. It's tropical. What are you going to decorate a palm tree?
Hmm.
This is what got Kevin McAllister upset.
Yes.
What year
Oh,
we
by the way,
talking?
if you want a theme episode, this is all Christmas, and our picks are all holiday season related.
Are they?
Brian loves his holiday tie-ins.
Yeah. All right. So the Baptist War. Are you guys familiar with this?
I'm not.
Baptist War? No.
All right. So,
But war is definitely holiday themed.
so obviously Jamaica is a
War
British
never
colony.
changes. Yes.
What do you think of the Maroons?
The color?
No, the people.
Who were the Maroons?
You don't know about this?
No. I
right.
know they're when people get left on islands,
All right.
they're maroon.
They're marooned, yeah.
So you know, like when Bugs Bunny is like, nah,
What a maroon. Yeah.
It's actually like a racial slur.
Is it?
Yeah.
Who
So
are they?
Are they Jamaicans?
Are they stupid?
yeah, they're like Jamaicans that kind of freed themselves and assimilated the British culture.
You must be Jamaican because you're Jamaican me crazy.
I think I go horny. Jamaican me horny. That's a pickup line I've heard.
Is that really a pickup line?
Yeah.
Yeah, has it
Yeah.
worked?
Not for me. I usually just get maced.
Hmm.
But so this is the Baptist War.
But who are the Maroons?
The Maroons,
They're Jamaicans who
They're Jamaicans,
fled
like
and joined the
They're
English.
freed slaves.
they're freed slaves who now
Emancipated
like
slaves?
work with the
They're in the
British.
English. Yeah, they're in the colony.
How'd they get unslaved?
They
They
left.
kind of like freed themselves. It's a whole thing.
They walked down the block.
Did they buy their own freedom? Because we all know that the only slave revolt in history that was successful was in Haiti.
Well, this is in like 1493, so it was.
Oh, we're
it
going way
wasn't
back.
the British, you know.
Mm.
We're
They
going
kind of
way back.
yeah, they worked their way free and they lived in mountains and
Mhm.
stuff. And
Did they become the Rastafarians?
I don't know. I don't know how the Rastafarians started.
I think they're actually fairly new. They worship
Bob Marley,
the
Yeah.
guy from Ethiopia,
Mhm.
Haile Selassie.
really?
Yeah. They think like he was the second coming of Christ. You didn't know this?
I don't know much about their religion other than like they have to have dreadlocks and smoke weed.
They do definitely do that.
Yeah.
But Haile Selassie was like a emperor king guy in Ethiopia during the 1940s and 30s.
Okay.
And they firmly believe he was Jesus Christ returned. And that's their religion. I don't know exactly the ins and outs of it, but that's part of it.
It's interesting.
That's weird.
Interesting.
It's interesting. I never heard that.
It's almost like Jamaican Mormons. You know, Mormons think what's that guy was the second coming, basically.
Joseph Smith.
Still,
Joseph
Joseph
Smith.
Smith got talked to by God with the golden plates.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We learned this.
Yes.
I got the golden plates.
But continue.
All right. So the Maroons aren't super important to this, but obviously it's
Sure.
a British colony,
Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Mhm.
And there's obviously missionaries and all this stuff.
Hmm.
Eventually, there is a native Baptist preacher named Samuel Sharp,
That's a good name.
known as Daddy Sharp.
Daddy Shaw.
Daddy. He's called Daddy.
Come on.
Was he played by Sean Bean in that series?
Oh,
Like Sharp's Travels, or whatever the fuck it's called, where he fights Napoleon. Do you know about this?
no.
You don't know about this.
It was just like a BBC show.
This was a BBC like series in like the 90s where Sean Bean was like a rifleman in like the Napoleonic era. And he would go around fighting the French.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's cool. I know Sean Bean, when he went to Jamaica, he fell off a giant satellite and then the satellite crushed him.
Was that in Jamaica?
Yeah.
Was it?
No, I think they're in Cuba in the movie, right? Or they filmed it in Jamaica.
It might be Cuba makes more sense to me.
Maybe they filmed it in Jamaica.
But yeah.
Either way, yeah.
The
Mhm.
cradle.
Yeah, the cradle, exactly. For England, James? No.
No, Alec.
For
For
me.
me.
That's one of the best villain deaths in all of Bond.
It's one of the best movies ever.
I know you love GoldenEye.
It's perfect.
Continue.
So, Daddy, he
You
sees
sit on it, but you can't take it with you.
he sees all his people kind of being slaves. Well, I mean,
Okay.
they are slaves, not kind of. And on Christmas, 1831, he's like, hey, let's rise up.
He's
Christmas
he's
Rising.
starting a revolt.
Christmas Rising. He goes, the British don't know how to fight on Christmas.
Well, they don't know how to fight on Easter either. That's the Irish.
You get them on the holidays.
That's when you get 'em,
yeah.
And he does a big, uprising. There's battles, all this shit. It lasts for 10 days.
Okay.
The British go to the Maroons, who are also black, and they use them to help put down this rebellion from
Wait,
that.
is it like a racial thing? Like they're like half white or something? Like quadroons or something? Is that what it is?
Let me look up the Maroons exactly. They descend from Africans who freed themselves from slavery on the colony of Jamaica and were established communities of free black people in the island's mountainous interior.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it. Just yeah.
Yeah. They're guys who just,
So the British were like, let's take these free dudes and stop this rebellion against the slaves.
Yup. And they put them down. They eventually win. It's like they were fighting in mountains. It was real battles and shit
Yeah.
with all the the attacks. They put it down. This is the event that really sparked the British colonies to eventually abolish slavery.
Really?
Yeah. So after the rebellion, 500 slaves were killed. After
quite a lot.
the rebellion,
Actually, that's really
Yeah.
a lot.
after the rebellion, 340 were executed for like treason.
Wow.
So you have almost 1,000 dead from the result of this.
Reminds me of the Servile War. You know about the Servile War?
What's that?
That was the Spartacus, the Romans.
Okay.
They the slaves rose up and led an army. Spartacus was the leader. He was a gladiator.
Mm-hmm.
And after they got put down, they crucified all of them along the Appian Way leading into Rome for like miles and miles, just hundreds and thousands of crucifixes.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oof.
So after the war is over
It's like
and they've won,
streetlights.
this is the amount of property damage that was occurred.
Okay.
At the time, it's like 1 million pounds, right?
Right, but we're talking 1800s,
As
right?
of 2021, that's the equivalent of $124 million in property damage
That's
from
a
like
lot.
all these battles.
That's a lot for a small uprising.
Like
They
100.
probably burned like cash crop.
They-
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
And they just kept
They-
going.
They
Mhm.
burnt more than 100 places down, 40 sugar works,
Yeah.
the homes of like 100 planters.
Mhm.
Damn.
And, the missionaries after this were, a lot of them were tarred and feathered or executed
no.
because they were viewed as collaborators.
Mm-hmm.
The actual white people that died, I think it's like 12. It's like almost nobody comparatively. And after the aftermath,
Well, the thinking I would imagine is if you're living on an island where the slaves probably outnumber the masters,
yeah,
they need to show a terrible force in order to just instill constant fear in these people.
well, you
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
It's really hard to maintain like a population under your control
Right.
that outnumbers you.
Not to mention the Haitian thing was probably fresh in everybody's mind. That was,
Like 20 years earlier, or
Mhm.
something like that.
if that, yeah. Yeah, we were talking 1830s.
Yeah.
That was probably, that's probably 20, 30 years ago.
People know it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
And that was brutal. Like,
the Haitian War.
no,
Yeah,
they massacred all the whites. So, yeah.
yeah,
People want to put this shit down.
yeah. They want to put it down quickly and hard. So, as a result of this, you had a bunch of slaves that managed to escape.
This isn't very Christmassy.
Not yet.
Well, the battle took place on Christmas. The revolt started on Christmas.
It's a Christmas miracle. I'm in the mood to celebrate.
You are the best. You are the fucking best.
Why?
You always miss the mark.
I do have one.
This is like his spooky shit.
Yeah. Here comes the Christmas festivities.
Yes. This is goodwill
Yeah, the
towards
spooky
men.
shit. The spooky
Slave
shit.
revolts and hangings.
Look how spooky the serial killer
Yeah.
is. Mine's not too far off. I pulled a him today.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
So
You'll
anyway,
go last. You'll go last.
at the end of this, the slaves are slaves again, but it's not too long because In 1834, they start to, 1833, they pass the Slavery Abolition Act to get rid of slavery in the colonies.
Mhm.
And by
happy
1838,
ending.
there is total freedom.
It's a happy ending.
Yeah.